Good morning, Mike. Chat. I'm grabbing coffee. Have a couple things to do, and starting first, the Morning Squirrel, episode 1, 3-minute radio at 9 a.m. Mic check again. Good morning. I see. I have a different setting this morning, so I'm going to do a slight tweak to the microphone. Now I'm trying something where I turn off these extra settings. And I'm going to see if it still works. See, mic check, mic check. It does still work, and what's crazy is it actually sounds better. My little Stream Deck box introduces this little amount of latency, and hey, Green Jello 1983, welcome in. Welcome to Monday. Actually, I'm gonna go grab coffee, but I shall show you our itinerary. See, it's good to work out these little technical difficulties. Switch to another screen, audio input. Audio input wasn't turned on for that scene. Get these scenes worked out. This is a little bit of a spoiler here, where we have the tiptoe news and what we're going to talk about, but we're going to do an intro hacker news, what I'm calling the tiptoe news, which just means subjects that you kind of have to tiptoe around a little bit, that may be real or fake or funny or very touchy. We're going to go over that crazy mother effer Earth weather. I have already prompted AI to ask itself a question, to come up with a crazy wild question and answer it yourself with an amazing, thorough answer. After that, we have Let's Jam. We're going to find something random to play on Spotify that's royalty free, that never heard before, something just royalty free indie rock band awesomeness. You just a search and see what it is and play a song. We're gonna find a random city somewhere and say, where the F is that? And we're gonna look it up on Wikipedia. Bug of the day is something a random thought. I don't know how I'm gonna find the bug of the day. But I'm thinking I'm gonna pick a piece of software and go to their GitHub issues and see what the hell is going on there. Maybe something popular. OBS is a good one. OBS started crashing. Anyhow, what's for breakfast? We're gonna ask OpenAI what's for breakfast today, and we want a recipe, and we want to know absolutely what not or never to have for breakfast. And closing out with, are you serious? Are you serious? It's supposed to be some sort of news or event going on. The serious things that are going on in the world, where we're just like, are you serious? This now today? So it's 8:47 a.m. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes with a fresh cup of coffee. I'm going to make sure my browser windows are set up. I have Hacker News open here, ready to go. We have our question. Come on, ChatGPT. We have our question, and we don't have our what's for breakfast yet. We'll do that live. We'll pick our sound for live. I do happen to have a, show this correctly. I do have a timer set here for my 3 minutes down here on my stream screen. I think every day I'm going to have a 15-minute little pre-show. Some setup stuff. For instance, this. 3 minutes at a time, maybe 3 minutes of just white screen, because ChatGPT for some reason hit the bed on me. Well, let me try this in another tab real quick. And as I switch, let's see, I still have audio here, I still have audio here. I think we're going no camera today because there's just one more thing to be worried about. And I'd have to throw my hat on. I didn't put my suit and tie on today. So here's what we're doing, is I'm grabbing this one. I already prompted this for breakfast. Well, I did not prompt the breakfast question. Come up with a real crazy wild question, answer yourself with an amazing thorough answer. That's what I already prompted it with, but I gave it some context where it was a mad scientist cat. A feline, half human, half cat. So what's for breakfast? We have what's for breakfast open over here. I have not pre-read any of the Hacker News stuff. So that prompt is ready. I've not hit enter on it. Well, we're going to hit enter on it. And it's going to start working. So that's ready to go. And I will, the music is kicking, but I will, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. The more I scream and try to do things, I realize that I'll pause and not finish my sentences a lot because I start thinking ahead, working on that. And I think that this Restream deck tends to give me with the de-esser, it does some funny stuff where it starts giving me a lisp. And I'm like, well, maybe I have a lisp and I've just never heard it. I'm testing my timer real quick. Okay. Timer is great. Eat your heart out, Google or stopwatch timer app. You just Google stopwatch and Google just gives you a stopwatch. Like at the top. It's like sorry onlinestopwatch.com, sorry timeanddate.com, sorry vclock.com. Wikipedia has a stopwatch page. How long is 999 hours in stopwatches? Why? Only software developers would ask that, because the triple 41 days, 15 hours. I like that. 999 hours. F Locus aesthetic stopwatch. We're opening a new tab. Locus. Oh, this is nice. You get like a nice chill background. Locus. You get timers, I imagine. Hold on, that's with the whole thing. Go to app. What a lovely website, Flocus.com. All it is minimalist black, aura twilight, lo-fi cafe. And I imagine there's music and things. Check out our full Flocus app for all the productivity features you need. More themes, to-do lists, quotes, ambient sound. It has a Spotify player. Free to use. Well, I think that 3-Minute Radio may now be officially going to be a Flocus user, because they have the Spotify built in. They got the timer built in. I'm running Spotify over here. We're currently listening to royalty-free synthwave. So I think it's 5 till. I'm going to grab my coffee and I'm just going to try to do this. Going to minimize Flocus. Get rid of that. Go back up to where I had my Google stopwatch going. We'll set up Flocus later or tomorrow. Real quick, I need to switch back to this screen. I'm gonna have this up. By the way, the screen you're seeing now is a HTML canvas div on a screen in the awesomest live web editor ever made, DivJot. And there it is. background canvas and JavaScript. It said put the words 3-minute radio on the screen, different colors, make them move and bounce around. That's how we roll with background stuff. Countdown, 4 minutes to showtime. Quick coffee. BRB. See how this goes today. It's probably going to break down around the bug of the day. Where the F is that. And I have no idea about Are You Serious? I don't know to go to where to source this stuff from today. What I want is I want hacker news, but for world events. And I don't know where I'm going for that crazy Earth weather. What I will do over here is we're just gonna do a quick, really quick weather channel. Looks like there's some developments in the Gulf. Anyhow, I better grab my coffee. Oh, and see, I can't go to the weather channel. It shows where I'm at in the local weather. I'd like to request some Bermuda. Hey, Green Joe 1983. I was thinking all morning about Bermuda de Vistras. I don't know how to say their name. I was thinking them so much, and I don't know if they'll DMCA me or sue me from Russia, but I don't think it matters this morning, and we're gonna do that on the Let's Jam. Yes. Thank you for the request. All right, we're starting the show in less than 2 minutes. BRB. And I am going to drop the music just about. I'm at negative 7.2. Well, screw the coffee. Got a job to do. I have to stay on track. I have a lime water though. For some reason, I was thinking about them. Well, this music for the moment is a little much, so we're going to jump on over. Good morning. Welcome to the first episode, 3-Minute Radio, the Morning Squirrel. This is the intro. I have to set my 3-minute timer, which I lost where it was at. So let me set this timer for 3 minutes. Intro. I better just start it. Is welcome to the show. Today, well, first of all, we're setting up our Discord, we're setting up our YouTube, we're setting up all of our social media channels, TikToks, all the things. This is episode 1. Hopefully it's episode 10 or 20 and you're out there listening back to this episode 1. So welcome in. It is 9:01 a.m. June 30th, 2025. Be careful with the fireworks out there. There's people around me setting them off till 2 a.m. last night. It's only Monday. So here's what we're doing today. This is our intro. We're going over hacker news, some tiptoe news. We're going over the weather. We're going to ask AI to ask itself some things. We're going to play some music. We're going to ask where the F is that by finding a town or a city somewhere in the world. And we're going to find out a little about the fine folks there. We're going to find a software bug of the day. We're going to ask what's for breakfast. We're going to get a recipe. And then we're going to find out what not to have for breakfast. What would you never have for breakfast? And then we're going to find something to talk about are you serious? And Green Jello 83 says, don't go shooting bottle rockets out your bum. Exactly. Hey, that's happened. What are the ones that you shoot like a little missile though? The bigger bottle rockets. You know, holding one out of your mouth and lighting it and hey, I still have 55 seconds of intro left, so we're just going to jump right into the hacker news. Well, no, 48 seconds intro. Yeah, Roman candles. Roman candles. And there's a statistic around, fires, houses burning down every 4th of July. And then there's a detrimental effect to a lot of animal and wildlife and pets as well. We love our dogs so much, and then that one day a year, we traumatize them as a nation and are fine with it. Be interesting to see all the economic issues that are going on, but I guarantee there's plenty of the fireworks industry is maybe $1 billion a year industry. Anyhow, there goes the timer. I like that. It has a little ring. Let's see what's going on in Hacker News. If you're not familiar with Hacker News, it is more of a tech-related website, very popular. There may be some more mainstream things on here, but if you're number one at the top of the Hacker News list, if you're on the front page, you're a big deal. So I don't see anything here. Quick note to self is go to dark mode on this next time. But so we have an article posted called the Provenance model, memory model for C, and they're referring to the C programming language. It's probably number one because it's probably very smart and probably written by someone very intelligent about the underlying layers of how the language works. And this is relevant because this Provenance memory model is running basically on every digital computerized chip and device in the world. That's how I like to think of it. So I only have a minute 37 seconds left, and I only read the first thing. Gridfinity is an open source grid storage system. The Plot of the Phantom is a book, or is a game, or a text adventure game at scottandrew.com. A text adventure game that took 40 years to finish. The Plot of the Phantom. Hey, that sounds like I want to click. New proof dramatically compresses space needed for computation. Could be important. That's at Scientific American. Cross-compiling common lists for Windows. I made my virtual machine think it has a CPU fan. Cool. What are you working on? Ask Hacker News. What are you working on? June 2025. Very cool. Show what you wanted to do. And yes, green jello with, gotta give, your pet Benadryl or Xanax. Go. Only recommended by their doctor or veterinarian. This is cool though. 718 people posted. What are you working on? This is a normal Ask Hacker News thing. The $25,000 car is going extinct? Question mark on HubSpot. Yeah, I would say so. Want to meet people? Try charging them for it. I'm gonna stop from there. It's just a funny input. Last one is mini ransomware. There's my timer. Starting it, but many ransomware strains will abort if they detect a Russian keyboard installed. That's fascinating. And this is Krebs on security, so this is like a legit security research article, researcher article. I don't want to know what touching the back wall of the Apple Store is, but it's probably interesting. The Book of Shaders is pops up on here every once in a while. It's a great book. I haven't read it, or I'd be writing shaders from scratch. And just the very bottom page, or last item 30 of the page, just to show, is modeling API rate limits as Diophantine inequalities. And I'm showing this one is because this is the typical type of article you might see. You're only going to find it posted on Hacker News. All right, last one. I hit more. Thousands in Norway told they had won a life-changing sums in a lottery error. And this is actually posted on theguardian.com. So, fun news. That could have, you know what? We're going to open this in a new tab, and then this is going to be the Are You Serious section. And maybe that's where I get some of the Are You Serious section things. You know what's great is I reset the timer, but I didn't hit play. So I'm hitting play now on our next segment. Oh, folks, we're on to Tip Top News. I don't have much for this, so it's okay that I spent more time on the Hacker News. I recently heard that activists have sued Nintendo. They're demanding a public apology over the naming of Game Boy. Feel free to chime in with any jokes, but we have to tiptoe around this type of news. While others raise concerns over the public use of the phrase, "You go, girl." And this kind of goes on and on where, I heard Method Man, the rapper, tweeted. He's like, "Y'all got anything wrong with my name?" So I don't have much there. There wasn't much information given to me, but I know that Nintendo and their Japanese culture, they are strong in their heritage of and their masculine as well as feminine and gender equalities. And they're not changing the name of any products or games. So let's look at some weather. I had an AccuWeather pulled up. I thought I did. Oh yeah, there we go. So world weather radar today. I noticed that there are, let's zoom a little bit. don't mind the ads on their website. I'm using their website for free, so yeah. 1-800-flowers.com if you want to have a birthday you want to send somebody to. And it looks like there's something going on down here in southern Mexico out of the Pacific, and I know that there are some tropical storms being watched in the Gulf. The United States is looking great today. We've had some rainy seasons. Anyhow, in Beijing, it's cloudy, 82. Berlin, Germany, sunny, 77 degrees. It's a hot day in Cairo. I don't know when it's not a hot day in Cairo. Call me. I guess it does probably get cold in the desert at night. Hong Kong, 82. We have music has been distracting because it's been kind of instrumental. A nice voice. We'll stop with the weather really quick, and my alarm's going off. This song is, figure out how to use Spotify again. This is Fading by Ron Galinas. Fading. Royalty free. Should still be. And there's our timer. 13 seconds passed on that. I like that. It shows you, goes red, and it shows you how far it keeps counting into the negative, the deficit. So just to wrap up weather then, New York 75, Paris 90. Pretty mild, some warmer areas. It's like a nice sunny earth today. That's what this guy says. Alright, I think we're jumping into breakfast time, aren't we? No, we're going to AI Ask Itself. Let's see if it ever refreshed. It did not. So we're gonna really quickly ask anything. Ask yourself a question. We're gonna zoom. Boom, 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 boom. Come up with a question. Come up with a question. Come up with a question. And prompt yourself. Not me. Digital gaslighting, folks. Come up with a question. Prompt yourself. Not me. You're a human cat mad scientist. Answer your question thoroughly. Thoroughly. All right. We got it together. Professor Whiskerstein. If I were to construct... Welcome to the show, Professor Whiskerstein. If I were to construct an interdimensional yarn accelerator... Hold on. It turns out this is episode 1 of 3 Minute Radio, and it turns out that AI Prompts Itself is going to be... it's just going to have to be a segment. So Professor Whiskerstein asks himself, if I were to construct an interdimensional yarn accelerator powered by tuna particles and quantum nap energy, what societal effects would it have on mice-based economies in alternate realities? Deep question. Answer from Professor Whiskerstein, licking his paws thoughtfully. Ah, the most delightful conundrum, fur-filled with consequences beyond the comprehension of even the wisest alley cat. Allow me to pursue this thought thoughtfully or thoroughly. I didn't start the timer. I'm starting it now. This is okay. First, the interdimensional yarn accelerator, powered by highly unstable tuna particles extracted from the tuna nebula and fueled by the most potent form of feline energy, quantum nap energy, QNE, would indeed become the most significant invention since the self-cleaning litter box. With this device, we'd unravel not just space and time, but entire economies. He's throwing the mice under the bus here. Now the mice-based economies and adjacent alternate realities, let's call them the Rodentian dimensions, operate on a fragile system of cheddar-backed currency and grain futures. Their GDP, gross domestic provolone, is delicately balanced by three industries. Cheese mining, particularly risky near the Swiss Alps of Dimension 7M. Trap avoidance, consulting services. Interdimensional snack logistics, IDSA Logicorp, a mouse-run megacorp. Once the IYA opens up stable yarn bridges between realities, mice from dimension to dimension world would suddenly face, oh my gosh, this goes on, I have a minute 40. There's the yarn inflation collapse. Yarn is a stable commodity in Mouse Universe 4Q. We're getting serious, folks. Used both as a comfort material and spiritual currency. The cult of the infinite thread. Flooding this economy with infinite yarn strands would render the thread worthless, causing mass spiritual crisis and the widespread panic meditation. Tuna disruption and cultural shift. The QNE requires massive amounts of tuna particles. In some rodent realms, tuna is sacred. In fact, in Dimension 9X, mice believe every tuna is a reincarnated mouse king. By meddling with tuna particles would be seen as a cosmic insult, triggering interspecies philosophical debates, uprisings, and potentially even violent protest performance art, usually involving stilts and interpretive squeaking. And there is a mice-driven tech renaissance on the bright side. For once, exposure to such advanced feline nap reactor tech might inspire a Rodentian renaissance. Armed with newfound yarn manipulation techniques and dark tuna matter, mouse inventors would begin creating devices like cheese-folding pocket realms, miniature anti-cat mechs, time-dilated napping capsules. Is that a bioweapon? Alright, so our conclusion is that while the IYA would likely crumble several mouse, I think I'm done. I think the timer's going off. I think I'm done on right to the end. I told them to never underestimate. And me, I'd sit at the center of it all on a high-backed throne made of string, surrounded by the faint glow of suspended, slowly licking my paws. The suspended QNE, slowly licking my paws and whispering. I told them to never underestimate the nap. Mwah, meow. Next up, could we weaponize purring as a sonic defense mechanism against dogkind? Oh, I must prepare my vibrating collar prototype. Alright, timer restarted. So we are on to Let's Jam. We had a request from a listener. And we're gonna, a small segue here. I might ignore the timer on this one. This is, probably copyright music. I think they would appreciate us playing their song today. So give me a moment to find the requested song. This is, I don't know how to, Bermuda's Beatrice. I don't know how to say it correctly, so sorry for my lack of, Alright, everybody. So check out Bermuda de Beatrice on YouTube. Check out their albums. Check them out on Spotify. They're from Latvia. I encourage folks to check out Latvian music from the folk to the pop to the techno to the there's some excellent stuff. Mixes a lot of cultural heritage from that area of the world with modern music and hip hop and rap, and there's some really beautiful stuff. You look for something new. So here.
Ej bratuk, kā tu? Man viss ok, ja tu uz šķūņa rakstīt sniegs, plus ilze pastījos tur malkā. Ej bratuk, kā tu? Man viss ok, ja tu? Es eju pāri zebrai, līnijas saskaitu. Līnijas saskaitu, līnijas saskaitu, tas skaitu, tas skaitu, tu.
I think I might have the wrong song, and if I think I do, but there's the timer. Sorry, hold on. Timer off. Dang it. There we go, folks. I like this one. We'll listen to one more of this song here. I want to say that on the music video for this one, you know, they're in like snowy Latvia, Russia. I don't know the political terminology there around where you consider what where, but they're like doing donuts out in the snow and stuff, being gangster. And anyone out there listening in the future for some reason, these fellas are like these fellas are like the Backstreet Boys if the Backstreet Boys were badasses and rappers and pimps and shit. And they actually they're talented musicians. There's one I might play one more. There's one song where one of their singers really shows off his vocalist abilities. Got about 30 seconds left on this song. I won't play another one. We're going to move on with the show though, folks. I'm going to prep for the Let's Jam section might just turn into, if I could get official support by the artists themselves, I would there'd just be a break intermission time with every day would be one of their songs. We're going back to royalty free piano net. Well, I don't want to. See, it's so addicting. It starts playing. And I'm like, it leans you into the next little. Hey, we are playing this one. This one's jamming. It also shows the versatility of their style. They have songs in every music style you could probably think of, and they dress up. It's kind of weird. You would get ostracized in the United States as some of the, like, they'll dress up of different cultures for the type of music they're playing. Like, they have a country song and they're like wearing flannels and playing a banjo and have like a straw hat on. Yeah, exactly. Green Jello 83. This is definitely more Latin sounding. I mean, their song where they're like dressed up like barbershop quartet too. They do a great job. I give them that credit. They do a great job. I don't know what they're saying. That's a beautiful thing too. I have no idea what they're saying. It sounds good, and it kind of prevents you from going, man, these lyrics are just stupid, right? It's a beautiful language. Yeah, exactly. Just imagine if they had the budget of the Backstreet Boys, or, you know, hey, this might turn into a longer show here where I'm on the side. This is in reference to female pop singers, Katy Perry. You could name a bunch, right? And some are good, not against any artist out there, but like top world pop stars. I'm Googling off, well, I'm looking for a certain artist name really quick. Avant-garde? No. Alright, one more for the music this morning is, as this is playing, we're looking at Latin Voices Radio. This is Latvian Voices. I think I found it. There's a female singer where I watched their video and it reminded me, this may or may not be it. It is trying to show the video on it. This probably isn't it. But I was like so blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, eat your heart out, Britney Spears, or, you know, this might be it. I have to take my ear monitor out and listen more. Nah, this is not it. Oh, this is their national anthem. Oh no, maybe it's not. Sorry. but this is like good and interesting still. And then there's a lot of more folk-like cultural based music. I might just say screw it and let this play. Well, no, I have to do the royalty free. Ooh. But yeah, I don't want to change it. You know what? We're letting this play. I don't think that is Esugulu from Latin Voices, Sounds of Latvian Nature. Gonna DMCA. I don't know. YouTube things might pick it up. So what are we doing next? We're doing Where the F is That, folks? Well, we could look up somewhere in Latvia. Let's do that. So, sorry to be switching around here. We have What's for Breakfast is ready next. Let me switch to this screen. Now I can switch back to this one. Oh, let me turn the music down also. Wow. Okay, eat your heart out, Katy Perry. This is some singing right here. Maybe I will turn the music back up. Okay. What's on the agenda for today? We are, I need a link to a Wikipedia page on a random town anywhere in the world. I turned off the Ko-Fi notifications yesterday and it just didn't work. I think I have to go to the Restream website. I'm saying it's in there's a Ko-Fi thing. It's like, check out the Ko-Fi link. All right, folks, today, random town from around the globe. Today is Whittier, Alaska. It's a small remote city in Alaska where nearly the entire population lives under one roof. The 14-story Bejic Towers, due to its unique mountainous terrain and harsh climate, is accessible only via the 2.5-mile Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel. Exactly where the F is that is about today. Whittier, Alaska, folks, they looks like they have a nice little Whittier Harbor little boat community. It's a city at the head of Passage Canal in the Chugach census area in the unorganized borough of Alaska. I want to go to the unorganized borough. The unorganized borough is composed of the portions of the U.S. state of Alaska which are not contained in any of its 19 organized boroughs. While referred to as the unorganized borough, it is not a borough itself. As it forgoes that level of government structure, it encompasses so on. Has an extremely wet climate, 197 inches of precipitation per year. I want to say that that's like on par with rainforests, actually. So it is a port on the Alaska Marine Highway. The region occupied by Whittier was once part of the portage of the route of the Chugach people. Apologize if I'm pronouncing that. The Chugach are Alaska Native people in the region of the Kenai Peninsula and Prince William Sound on the southern coast of Alaska. The Chugach people are the Aluktuk people who speak the Shujak dialect Alatuk language. I wonder if AI could get those pronunciations correct. Um, it was used by Russian and American explorers, prospecting miners during the Klondike Gold Rush. I was just catching up on one of the Alaskan gold shows last night. Crazy what they do. So there was a military site there built during World War II. I'm stuck on the 14. I did not set my timer. Olga Rajeka. Is that what the music is? Or maybe I missed something on here. Yeah, I did not set the timer on this, so we're just breezing through this a little bit. We're gonna do bug of the day. What's for breakfast? Are you serious? Next. So, Whittier, Alaska. Okay. What's their population? Because I think OpenAI hallucinated on that. I'm looking here. Census area. In 1964, they had a tsunami up there. Oh, okay. Climate, demographics. See, 2020 population 272. And what did? Sorry, ChatGPT said that the entire population lives under one roof, the 14-story Beji Towers. There are links here. I like that there's sources, you know. All right. I like this kind of music for our background ambient today. Average annual rainforest precipitation is 79 inches to 394 inches. Thank you, Green Jello. So for perspective on that is, yeah, that was how many? 197 inches of participation per year. So they're in the middle of that. Oh, this guy has a mesmerizing kind of voice. I turned it down a little bit. All right, we're going to move on. Bug of the day. I'm going to switch to this screen real quick and I'm pulling up GitHub. Okay, I'm switching back to our screen here. This is something I was trying to find that this user Julian Berman. We're not gonna talk about who they are or expose them anything. Awesome Bugs repository. You know what? We're starting off. This is probably the best one. This is one of few that I've ever heard or read about. There's another one where the car won't start at when I buy something. Control F car. Control F car. Yeah, there's one listing for car. Ocarina. Wait, Ocarina of Time. Any percent, all of it. That's not what we want. Anyhow, just so for today's, I need to really do the 3-minute timer here but we'll review some of these awesome bugs. OpenOffice won't print on Tuesdays. We can't send email farther than 500 miles. Print this file and your printer will jam. Pokemon Sword and Shield are crashing Roku devices. I can't install Python packages in Portugal. GitHub satanically messing with Markdown. Changes 666 to DCL XVI. Some interest. The great ones, though, and some of the things for the bug of the day, we are going to be looking at popular software. We're going to go to their issues pages and we're going to see what people reported. But OpenOffice, this is the Ubuntu official forum bug reporting website. The problem is in OpenOffice 2.4. I'm running Hardy 8.04. When I click the print, the box open allows me to choose print properties. I've looked to make sure things like paper size was correct. When I print, I get nothing. Nothing lights on the printer, no messages. OpenOffice behaves just like it is printed, and yet nothing prints. It's this model. It prints fines from blah, 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 blah. Seems the same as my problem, except I have this model. Also, I should add that I've been printing successfully on this printer for a long time. However, this problem has come up now and then, and I'm not sure why it somehow goes away. I too have been able to print. This is 2008. I too have been able to print from OpenOffice in the past. When I first upgraded to this, I lost the ability to print. Then it began to work, and currently it's not working. I wonder if it's caused by updates from the update manager. An update might break it, then a later update fixes it. On and on and on. Let's look down here. This person says, OpenOffice started printing today. I don't know why. Perhaps it's just a recent update. I don't know what the update I did. Hey, last night I was watching John Oliver tonight, or last week tonight by John Oliver, and they were talking about some of the issues going on. Maybe this is the Let's Get Serious or Are You Serious section. They were talking about some of the issues going on with the with healthcare in the United States and the changes, and how Medicare and Medicaid people are have issues where using technology to keep their they're using software and technology to keep their their eligibility for their insurance, and how all this software is causing them problems. It's a real problem. I downloaded those updates, and OpenOffice still prints. It's working fine for me too. Great. We're gonna go on down. We're gonna do a Control F for Tuesdays here. Solution: deinstallation of all OpenOffice applications, leaving all, then reinstall. Okay. That was a pretty short relief. After the last update of Cups, nothing works. Okay. What a fascinating bug. My wife has complained that OpenOffice will never print on Tuesdays. She demonstrated it. Sure enough, won't print on Tuesday. This is 2009. Mind you, this thread started back in 2008 at some point. Sure enough, it won't print on Tuesday. Other applications print. I think this is the same bug. Here's my guess. Observe the line. Tuesday, March 3rd, Tuesday. Change Tuesday to anything else. Save the file and it prints. Looks like... So this person delved into it. Something about the date on the file itself. There's another check that happens before the postscript check. If it finds Tuesday, TUE, at the 4th byte of the file, it identifies it as basically a incorrect set of characters that it should. So it's not a problem with OpenOffice or the brother printer drivers. It's a bug in the file utility and documented in Ubuntu. Now I can't recommend a fix. Here's my workaround. Change this to this. Thanks for that detective work. I'll mark this as a duplicate and deal with this. this prep. So we're doing bug of the week just for this very reason, to show people that something as simple as TUE on Tuesday on a file creation date sent to try to print, and people could only realize that that bug existed in when they were trying to print something on a Tuesday within Open Office. So such a fine set of very, very specific things for people to find this bug. And this is the beauty of the internet, that you had all these people chiming in who all had the similar problem. So this was reported 2008 and then carried on until almost a year later in 2009. Moving on. What's for breakfast? It's 9:47. We started at 9, so running over, but I stopped setting the timer. So we're going to work on that tomorrow. And we just have left this morning, what's for breakfast, a little bit of Are You Serious? The Are You Serious article is about in Norway how they a bunch of people thought they won the lottery, apparently. I'll have to find that again. I really enjoyed our segment today on Ask AI. AI prompts itself. I don't think I would have gotten as good of a response from just it responding to me or to our prompt of about give me you're a mad scientist cat story. It was like ask yourself, then reply to yourself, and it did a really great job. So, all right, here's a great breakfast idea. What I have for breakfast: savory breakfast power bowl, 2 eggs, fried, poached, or scrambled, half avocado. This is a healthy breakfast. Here's a great breakfast idea. A few things you should never start your day with. 1 cup spinach, kale, lightly sautéed, 1/4 cup quinoa. I never know how to say it. Quinoa, 1/4 cup quinoa or brown rice, cherry tomatoes, spoonful of hummus or a drizzle of olive oil, salt, pepper, chili flakes. I would eat this. Start by sauteing the grains with a touch of olive oil until wilted. While those cook, fry or scramble your eggs. Warm up quinoa or brown rice if pre-cooked in a bowl. Layer grains, greens, eggs, slice avocado and tomatoes. Throw it all in there. It's like a breakfast salad. Eat and feel like a productive, well-fueled adult. That's such a weird statement, but why it works. This combo balances protein, healthy fats, complex carbs, and fiber, so you'll be full and focused, not sluggish and spiking your blood sugar. So what do we got? We got 2 eggs, an avocado, some spinach, quinoa or rice, with some tomatoes, and little hummus or olive oil. So it's like a weird hippie hummus everything bagel with eggs. In a bowl. What to never have for breakfast: sugary breakfast cereals. Oh yeah, crash. So why not? Blood sugar spike, crash, then brain fog, and hunger within an hour. I never really thought about crash and brain fog with where you might have with the sugar. I never realized that, actually. I mean, I inferred it, but yeah, never have sugary cereal, folks, I guess. Don't have donuts or it's telling me never have these for breakfast. Flavored yogurts with fruit on the bottom. Why not? Many have more sugar than soda. You're better off with plain Greek yogurt and real fruit. I don't know about you, but I like sugar in the morning. Consult your doctor. Energy drinks or sweet iced coffee drinks. Don't ever have them in the morning. Why not? These are chemical bombs or sugar lattes. They give fake energy and fry your adrenals if taken daily. I don't know about asking AI for this. We might have to go to other. And what never to have for breakfast? Last and not least, no breakfast at all if you're not intentionally fasting. Why not? Skipping food can mess with your metabolism, cognitive focus, if you're not used to it. A bonus middle ground tip if you're in a rush. A banana and a spoonful of butter, baby. Black coffee is infinitely better than Pop-Tarts. Hell yeah. I'm 100% on board with that. After all this, hey, super healthy. Hey, never do this, never do that. Don't have an energy drink ever. It's like, yeah, but middle ground. Black coffee, banana, a spoonful of butter. It's better than a Pop-Tart. Want a sweet version of the breakfast bowl next time? Not today. Not today, ChatGPT. All right, on Hacker News, we had something about Control F, Norway. Thousands in Norway told they had life-changing sums. So this article is on The Guardian. So, are you serious that thousands in Norway told they had won life-changing sums in lottery? When was this? This has to be current because it's posted, it's on the semi-front page of Hacker News. Maybe it's an older article. The Euro jackpot. Several thousand customers were notified incorrectly high prizes. So it was a printing error, perhaps? I don't know. The company received prize amounts from Germany in euros, which were then converted to Norwegian kroner. It is during this conversion that that's why this was on Hacker News, everybody. Peanut butter or peanut butter? Green Jello asked. I closed the page. Wait, no, I didn't. Here we go. Peanut butter. I may have said butter in there. Banana, spoon of peanut butter, and black coffee. Yeah, butter. A banana with butter, and hey, you could fry a banana. I mean, so this article that's why it was on Hacker News, is because it was a conversion, a monetary conversion from euros to Norwegian kroner. It is during this conversion that a manual error has been in the code that is entered into our game engine, the company said in a statement. I wonder if it only happened on Tuesday. The inflated sums were displayed on the company's website and mobile app on Friday, but were later removed. That would suck. You go to check your lottery stuff online, and you and it was a website error. It was a software bug. On Sunday, the CEO announced she would step down from to handle mistakes. She said, "What?" I guess this was. The inflated sums were displayed on the company's website and mobile app on Friday, but were later removed. The error has triggered sharp criticism from customers, regulators, and the Norwegian Minister of Culture. The company held an emergency meeting with the Dude, I would hate. Could you imagine you're the guy who did the thing to display the right amount on the web page, and we want AI to code all of our stuff today, and we don't need software developers anymore? Like, oh, whoops! Imagine how many little crazy places things like this could happen. Therefore, it is incredibly sad to have Norse Tipping and all the talented people who work in Humar said to leave. Okay, because the CEO stepped down to accept responsibility for their mistake, even though So, one couple in this town believed they had won 1.2 million kroner, about 87,000 euros, during a home renovation, while others said they planned to buy cars or take holidays before realizing the messages were incorrect. Oh shit, could you imagine? You immediately got on the phone and were like, pay off by this. Oh, I'm doing this. Because I just won. Yeah, that is accountability. The Norwegians don't mess around with their lottery. Yeah. Imagine, real damages of, and you didn't, let's say you didn't find out for a day. You're like, honey, kids, everybody get in the car. Or you call your boss, I quit my job. Yep, take this job and shove it. You come in the next day, you're like, hey, did you hear that lottery thing was fake? Well, that's why I was quitting. Your boss was like, dude, me too. My wife bought a cruise, you know. All right, since we're reading this, we're going to end the show today with, I'm on theguardian.com. Actually, we're going to do an outro, but at the bottom of their article, the Guardian's global perspective helps contextualize and illuminate what we are experiencing in this country. That doesn't mean we have a single viewpoint, but we do have a shared set of values. Humanity, curiosity, and honesty guide us, and our work is rooted in solidarity and with ordinary people in hope for our shared future. This is a great statement and mission statement from them. Not to go for any one news organization or anything, but it has never been more urgent or more perilous to pursue reporting in the U.S. that holds power to account and counters the spread of misinformation. And at The Guardian, we make our journalism free and accessible to all. Can you spare 37 seconds to now support our work and protect the free press? We value whatever you can spare, where the recurring contribution makes the most impact, enabling greater investment in our most crucial, fearless journalism. As our thanks to you, we can offer you some great benefits, including far-viewing fundraising messages like this, and we've very made it quick for you to set up, etc. The editor of Guardian, Betsy Reed. Thank you, Betsy. 3 Minute Radio will be a supporter of The Guardian at some point. So the outro, one day if you're listening or seeing this out there, like, subscribe. This probably won't be in a VOD video. Let's see if we covered everything. Yes. What's to do on the to-do list for 3 Minute Radio is keep setting up our accounts, streamline music and things that we're at 1 hour long. If I stuck to the timers, it could be 3 minutes, little segments. I think it worked out great this way. And we are live now on Twitch and YouTube. I think we're going to be doing TikTok tomorrow, and we're going to have the Discord set up. So this is the Morning Squirrel episode. We may do a stream later today on our technical work and behind the scenes. Have a great Monday, rest of the day. Thanks, Green Jello, for being here and all your suggestions and hanging out. Hopefully the music was good and that none of this gets pulled down by YouTube. Twitch is fine. YouTube will probably have a thing. Copyrighted music was found on your channel, and yes, peace out as well. This is very interesting. The different areas of, learned a lot this morning in just an hour about Whittier, Alaska, and the Norwegian lottery, and some funny bugs, and it's a good way to start a Monday, I think. I'm excited. All right, 3 Minute Radio, Taxer 492, signing off. We'll be on tomorrow we're going to set a same time every day for now. It could be earlier. We're going to be online at 8:30. We're going to start the show at 9 and try to end at 9:30. today, another thing I didn't do, peace, is like didn't even tweet out this thing. So the rest of the day in 3 Minute Radio Studios on the 87th floor of 3MR Towers, we will be curating some videos today for this episode 1 of the Morning Squirrel. And those will be available this week on YouTube and maybe some other places. All right, signing off. It is 10 a.m., June 30th, 2025. This is 3 Minute Radio.